Hello and welcome to the show. We started this week's FailRace episode with Dom the Bomb on Dirt 3 playing some infected. He's aiming for a jump but doesn't quite get it right. In the mini, clips a banking, goes for some cartwheels and then gets collected by somebody else. And there are many roles for such a tiny little mini. Amazing gamer on a GTA 5 with his friend's dump truck. Not really quite knowing how to physics. Dump trucks aren't supposed to kind of do that. I think the dead body may have caused some issues, or the body, whether it's dead or not, I don't know. It looks like he's got up. It may have caused some issues in the back of that dump truck because, yeah, that got very unhappy. It does eventually come back onto its wheels, but I'm pretty sure that's not how dump trucks are supposed to work. Tycoon Tim goes for a jump, clips some pedestrians. That kind of tips his lowrider onto its side. Ends up, well, landing it in a rather inconvenient place, and then we're going to go for some no-spins because, well, physics is behaving itself in a perfectly normal fashion, really. And, yeah, it's he's not really going to get that out of there particularly well. Elusive Giraffe on GTA 5 has spotted a car that he wants to steal, wants to go and sell it to the Los Santos customs. Felon GT, I think, is pretty good for selling in the customs shop. Unfortunately, the game has other ideas as he brushes a curb and that rolls the car over. Not very often do you see cars roll in GTA 5 off of curbs, especially kind of a felon at that kind of a curb, but there we go. Manual Clutch has spotted a traffic jam. You can often find some of these lying around, and it can be great fun to just fire a bullet and you cause all of the AIs to freak out, and then that makes the traffic jam even worse. Sure enough, everything now wants to go forward, but they can't go anywhere because there's, well, trucks in the way. Problem is, physics has kind of had enough of the shenanigans. The car gets through the floor, spazzes around massively before blowing up. That takes the trailer out with it. Now, that explosion, of course, freaks out the AIs even more, and everybody is still at the back trying to go forward when there's no real space to go forward anymore. A couple more trucks. Some people have abandoned their cars as some trucks are driving into it. Another car is glitching out. Now we have a big explosion. Now everything's kind of spazzing around. Trailer's on fire and is managed to knock the player off the top of the mule. Trailer vanishes. We get run over by a car. Trailer's back again, spazzing around, causing more chaos. Everything's got a little bit glitchy here. And then there's some more explosions just for good measure. And now there's a truck trying to run everybody over. It's, yeah, not been a particularly good day for this part of the motorway. Lots of fire, lots of glitchy trailers. Yeah, well done, guys. Dirt Integra R on GTA 5 is in the back of one of the trucks, one of the few vehicles you can stand in. Spots a helicopter with the pilot having a bounty, so he goes for taking said helicopter down. Problem is, doesn't account for the movement of the helicopter, as well, the pilot is dead. The helicopter gets everybody in the truck. That's some great big karma going on there. Giz571 has spotted a drivatar being confused. Now, we've seen many drivatars get confused on Horizon 2. Not very often we see a drivatar get this confused on, or certainly not in this manner, on Forza 6. He managed to get his Subaru briefly above the Mazda and then gets knocked back down again as the Mazda still continuing to try and find a way out of the map. The Mazda RX-8 comes to join in, and, well, that's how baby rotaries are made, and the 787B is stuck there forever. The Bobo on the crew is spotted a police car, tries to take out said police car, doesn't really work. Police car is rather solid, and the police car goes for a little bit of a breakdance across the road, as you do, and then another car gets involved as well. Some impressive dancing going on from the police vehicles on the crew. Also some impressive strength. Malmo 69 is racing down the motorway with relatively, I'm guessing, a relatively standard kind of a vehicle. Kind of goes to turn in, not at too high speeds, clips the back of a van, and then gets catapulted and very much breaks the game off the back of the truck. I think about 350 miles an hour that got up to after bouncing off the truck. That's some serious speed. Toby on the crew is doing a kind of one of the missions where you have to go and destroy some stuff, it seems. However, said destroying stuff is not too keen on allowing the bike to go through, and makes it a submarine, and also catapults it up to some 400 and something kilometers. So yeah, that wasn't too happy. Elite Oreos on Just Cause 3 is causing some chaos, raining the missiles down onto this kind of enemy base. They send some helicopters in, and then said guy's helicopter decides it's got bored of being there and flies back. I was kind of curious as to actually quite what happened, what caused it to get sent flying back. So slowed the slowed the footage down. As we see the enemy helicopter coming to range, he just fires a rocket there that bounces or it hits the helicopter ahead of him, and the shockwave sends this helicopter flying backwards. It doesn't cause it to explode, it just catapults it backwards through the sky, and then it explodes when it hits the ground. Hydrogen Nuke is getting all of his fellow rebels into this Jeep. Just about manages to get it turned around. However, the authorities' vehicle is not too happy about their loss and decides that said Jeep should get some serious airtime. That is a very, very big flight. I also love how the people are having a normal conversation as said Jeep is soaring through the air. It does eventually come to a rest, though. Sinmail 21 is going for a rather large stunt jump with the Formula car. Initially, things start to go quite well. It's relatively good jump. It hits the ground and starts off landing quite nicely, and then it doesn't carry on for very long, as now we're going for many rotations. We bounce off the floors, still going, this time now upside down. Now we're going to go for some rolls. We've done the spinning and just about can control it. There we go. That would make you very motion sickness, being inside that car. That is a big accident. And finally, we have Muscle versus Tuna on Just Cause 3, minding his own business, driving around one of the off-road trails. There's quite a few pretty roads around Just Cause, when all of a sudden we're going to have a plane and some trees and a tank throw it at you for good measure. I love how he pauses the game to try and take stock of what on earth has just gone on. Yep, that was a plane, and that was an out-of-control tank that just came barreling down the... Yeah, that's a peculiar one. Of all my time in Just Cause, you don't very often get random vehicles thrown at your face, and the tank is still on the way downhill before eventually crashing into the bridge support. Now, my best guess with this is that there was a train with said vehicles on going around this corner and something went wrong, because it is a train track up here, but the guy goes to investigate and there's no sign. I was expecting to see a derailed train, but no, it just shedded some... I'm assuming it was a train, just shedded some vehicles. Otherwise, yeah, there is a strange poltergeist in Just Cause. Anyway, that is it for this video, guys. If you would like to submit clips to this series, then you can via our forums. There will be a link in the description. At the very top of the page is the FailRace clip submission section, and in there you can find all the rules and how to submit them. But that is it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.